So, welcome back to another video. Today's video, I'm giving you my thoughts on the QPR versus Luton Town game. I've just come back home. I've had about 45 minutes in the car to think about what I wanted to say in this match reaction. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And yeah, this is what I've come up with. This football club is losing its identity on and off the pitch. It's slowly doing it. Now, I don't want to come across like we're entitled, because we're not entitled. We're not entitled to win games every week. You have to earn that right. But I've never known a former Premier League team that's been relegated to act the way it has done on and off the pitch. Yes, we are a unique football club, and yes, we go about our business in a very unique way, which has been very successful, and it's got us to the Premier League, and I'm extremely grateful for that. However, there's been some questionable activity on and off the pitch, and it's impacted our start to the football season. Now, over the last couple of games, I don't think we've played terrible. I think things just haven't been clicking going forward. And maybe it just takes a win to solve that, and that, that positivity from the win will then, give us that momentum which we need to push on and climb up the championship table and go on a good run of form and so on. Right now, I don't see a winning mentality within this group. This group's got a losing mentality. It's too negative. It's terrible. The mentality, and I'm seeing it on the pitch, I'm seeing lack of leadership, I'm seeing players just heads down, I've seen lack of quality in the final third, I'm seeing poor decision making, I'm seeing awful decisions from management. I'm seeing a lot, and it's impacted the start of the season. But we'll talk about the game. First half, we'll talk about the starting 11. I knew straight away from looking at the starting 11, we moved into a back five. I'm not a fan of the back five. I don't think it works. Also, the balance in midfield doesn't work with Clark and Baptiste. They don't work together. They just don't work. You need one defensive and one attacking. That's why Barkley and Lokonga worked extremely well. Barkley had the freedom to be creative. Lokonga cleaned up the mess. We can have that in our midfield. Yes, Nakamba is on the verge of coming back from his injury, so that's going to take a couple of weeks. Hopefully after the international break he should be fine. Also, we've signed the German lad, who's also a very defensive minded player, so he's another option you can have. Going forward, one of them has to start alongside either a creative player like Walsh, Baptiste or Clark. That's how it's got to be going forward. It's as simple as that, because it just doesn't work. If we're going to continue playing this system, one has to be attacking, one has to be defensive. You can't have both being creative. It just doesn't work. The balance is gone. Teams are splitting us open far too easily, and it just doesn't work. Before we scored our first goal, and by the way, it was against the run of play, in my opinion. I thought QPR got in behind a few times, caused us a few problems, and maybe we'll look at it and go, we should have been 1-0 up before we got our goal, which was a bit of luck. You've got to earn your luck at times, but do I think we earned our luck tonight? No, we didn't. McGuinness with the header, keeper saves it, and it's one of those where he saves it and it bounces off the defender and it goes in. Go into the break up 1-0. But when we did score our goal, I thought we were in total control. From that point onwards, QPR's mentality, it wasn't to get back in the game. It was, they just didn't look like they were going to score. And I told the people around me, I said the only way Luton lose this football game is by we making a mistake. And we did it. We did it a few times. In the first half, just before the end, we were doing some poor passing around the back, terrible passing at times, inviting that pressure, which we didn't need to do. And then in the second half, McGuinness, okay, he's made a mistake. Mistakes happen. You make it, you move on, you get on, and you try and get back in the game. The moment QPR scored, the game turned straight away. It was instant. Heads dropped. QPR then went, right, we're going to attack you. Got 2 goals in 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes worth of madness. But the second goal is absolutely terrible defending. It's so bad. The player had about flipping 3 minutes to have that volley. Honestly, No one marking him. They're all ball watching. It's shocking defending. No one taking responsibility. The QPR player literally had so much time to pick out from the volley, watching the ball, and yeah, easy finish for him. You know, it looks great on the cameras, on the volley. It doesn't matter where he put the ball, it was going to go in the moment it left his foot. So bad defended. But then the reaction following that second goal was absolutely terrible from the players, and the decision making from the management team was absolutely pathetic. It should not take you 13 minutes after QPR scored the second goal to make a sub, to make a change, to do something. It should not take 13 minutes. In that 13 minutes, we did not look like scoring. Now, you could argue and say, Lewis, before QPR got their first goal, Adebayo should have made it 2-0. And he should have done. He should have made it 2-0. And what was really poor about that chance which Adebayo had, the keeper already dived to the floor. And all Adebayo needed to do was chip it. All he needed to do. I was sat watching it and I was like, everyone around me can tell all he needed to do was chip it in that moment. It was an awful shot. Awful. But then Edwards decides, after the QPR second goal, and after we're waiting for changes, to keep Morris and Adebayo on. Both who have performed absolutely terrible since the start of the season. It's not working. Morris and Elijah, the last 3 seasons now, have started the season very slow. And they've been partnered up together. Now, they have shown in the past they can work together. They have shown it. We've seen it. But right now they're not. It's not working. So who are you dropping? Which one are you going to drop? Because you've got to drop one of them. You can't keep playing them. Because they're both performing really badly right now. Play one of them. Play one of them alongside Taylor. One of them alongside Woodrow. There's no point having subs on the bench. Players in the team if we're not going to use them. Make a change. Do something. Rob Edwards decides, after 13 minutes, when QPR scored their second goal, to take off the one player which you shouldn't take off when you want to get something from a game. Chong is one of those players where he could perform really bad for about 80 minutes in a game. However, he can give you a 10-minute spell where he can be uncontrollable, where QPRs can't defend against him because of his dribbling ability, because of his skills, his flair. He will create openings. Should have been kept on. Should have been kept on. It was a terrible decision. And then when we brought Joe Taylor on and Walsh on, we moved to a 4-3-3 formation, which requires 2 wingers. So why on earth would you take your only winger off the pitch? It makes no sense. It's terrible management. It's terrible. It's terrible from Edwards. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. No plan B today. None. No plan B. I'm so angry. I'm absolutely angry. And I'm angry with the board as well, because Edwards has asked for transfers. He says he wants 1 or 2 in, and we've not done it. At the moment, as I'm recording this video, it's the last 20 minutes of transfer deadline day. I don't think we've signed anyone. I may look on my phone and we have. I will apologise now if we have signed someone. But I don't think we are going to sign someone. And it's poor. It is poor. Edwards wanted a couple. We haven't replaced off Benny. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Yeah. I'm going to end it here because, yeah, I'm not happy with that at all. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow about what I think we've learnt from the game. I think we've learnt flipping quite a lot. But yeah, see you all tomorrow.